the story was going across the screen a bit fast, but this happened in Georgia. A 20-year-old woman has been rescued after she was kept captive as a sex slave at a home in Georgia, where she was locked up in a feces-filled dog cage and beaten by other people that call themselves human beings. 5 people were arrested Tuesday after a former resident went to the Richmond County property to receive some belongings and discovered a terrified victim. Upon entering the room, he observed an unknown light brown-skinned female that was naked, beaten severely, and locked in a dog cage. Shauna Powell, 32, one of the residents, told the man that the caged woman was her whore. She stole a bunch of stuff from me, so she is going to be my sex slave, and I'm going to pimp her out until she pays it off. The man said the woman was naked and pleading for help. He told cops that he overheard someone at the home saying that several people were on their way to have their way with the woman. Deputies went in the house of the whores on Neely Drive about 10:20 p.m. Tuesday and ordered everyone out. DeMichael Dawson, 24, one of the occupants, then stepped out and told the police there were several other people inside, along with 3 pit bulls. When the deputies entered, they came across an empty dog cage in the feces-filled home, where the victim was discovered laying on a bed with multiple injuries on her face. One of her eyes was severely swollen and bruised. In addition to Powell and Dawson, police arrested, I'm not even going to pretend like I can, I know what this name is. I'll put it on the screen. Savannah Paisi, 18, and Dawson Weston, 19. They were all charged with kidnapping, false imprisonment, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm or knife during the commission of a crime. Dawson also was charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. I hope they get charged with rape and assault, among other things. But what really bothered me was the few comments underneath here. What is very worrisome is that this is not an isolated event. It's happening a lot to women. Femicide is a big problem right now. Assault is a big problem right now. And then here comes an idiot named Matthew saying they are, at least in America, what is worrying is what happens in other countries. The degeneracy must be torn out and replaced with something better. Okay, and like I said, people like this are idiotic to me because this is happening all over the world. If they would Google some statistics, just a basic search, they would find that femicide all over the globe is an issue, and assaulting women all over the globe is an issue. And there was a comment saying, from the look of the suspect, why would you allow yourself to be anywhere near these people? So now we've gone into victim blaming. So she couldn't have been just walking down the street. She couldn't have just been living in that neighborhood because that's all she could afford. That never dawned on anyone. You can tell who says these because you can tell how sheltered and what type of life they had by the things that they say. You try and understand things around you. You would not say things like this. You wouldn't make comments like that. But, it's an ugly world out here. And then somebody who is Asian said, seeing as they're kidnappers, there would be a good chance she didn't choose to be anywhere near those people, which is correct. There was a little girl playing in her front yard and someone tried to snatch her away. You never know who's watching you or where they're coming from. And then somebody else said drugs. And then another person said, you got to be kidding, right? It is. I think it's disgusting to be victim blaming, especially someone who is beaten, ex-assaulted. You've been kidnapped against your will. It doesn't matter if you're on drugs or not. Nobody deserves to have this happen to them. I mean, I think that is a sick line of thought. The fact that you would sit here and you would say something like, why would you put yourself in that situation? Why were you over there? What about this? And they don't even know the whole entire story. But even if you don't know the whole entire story, how in the hell can you sit up here and blame someone? This woman was kidnapped, and then they had other people coming. They knew they would have clientele. Nobody's talking about that. These men coming and searching for sex and seeing her in this state and getting on her anyway in this disgusting home. And there were even more comments and people making jokes. I mean, I don't understand how you can go on the New York Post on the article and you have to have an account there and you say stuff like this. Like, you have to be a very evil person to make light of someone who was kidnapped, a woman who was kidnapped, and she was ex-assaulted and was beaten horribly. The comments are disgusting. The people involved are even more disgusting. The men going there, ex-assaulting her and paying for it is disgusting. It just lets you know what type of world we're in. And like I said, I encourage women as much as I can to get you some type of weapon. Look at the laws in your state, but you need a weapon. You need something on you at all times. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.